Good afternoon, Year 6. This is your arts lesson for Monday afternoon. We're going to be doing a unit this term on Aboriginal art, and I'm going to just share with you the lesson. Okay, so a quick think first. Does anyone know what Aboriginal art is, or do you know who or where the Aboriginal people live? Have a little think about that. Okay, so Aboriginal people live in Australia. They've been there for over 40,000 years, which makes them one of the oldest cultures in the world. The Aboriginal people who live in the Central Desert region, you can see that on the map, hopefully, get all their food from the land they live in. They eat seeds, fruit, vegetables, reptiles, and insects. Aboriginals move around a lot, and people that move around a lot and don't settle in one place are called nomads. They speak different languages, but have the same religious beliefs that focus on the natural environment around them. Traditionally, they have a map of their landscape that's passed on to each new generation verbally through their Dreamtime stories, so they're oral stories. Dreamtime stories tell of when the world was created, and their art shows these stories with symbols. Aboriginals don't have a written language like we do, so their art stands for a written language. They have layers of hidden meanings. Their paintings are used for teaching, and there are different ones for children or adults. There are 3 regional styles, which I'm just going to show you here. So there's a geometric style, you can see that at the bottom, found in Central Australia, which consists of lots of circles, arcs, and dots. There's a simple figurative style found in Queensland, and then the complex figurative style found in Arnhem and Kimberley, which includes X-ray art. You can see that X-ray art there. Some Aboriginal paintings on rock surfaces are probably the earliest discovered in the world. Some are negative prints, you can see that over here, made by spraying pigment over one's hand to leave the shape of it. Some are animals or plants. Some of the paintings of fish show what it looks like on the outside, but also what it looks like on the inside, which is called X-ray art. Painting was done on baskets, shields, boomerangs, and even on their bodies for special occasions. Okay, so there's some examples there of beautiful Aboriginal artwork. That's the sort of thing we're working towards. But what we're going to start off with is just getting familiar with the symbols. So I've got some symbols for you here, can you see? And a sort of example of how they're used on a painting to tell a story. So you have different symbols for different things. Let's have a look over here. You have a look at those. I have actually put a few of the sheets of symbols on the website, but it's very difficult on the school website if you want to have a look. But it's quite difficult to share a lot of these things with you online because it's all copyright protected. So if you go on yourselves, that's probably a better idea. And down here, there's a link to, if you're interested in this sort of artwork, there's a brilliant website I found called artifactory.com, and they have a huge section on Aboriginal art. There's lessons on there. We are going to do lessons ourselves, but if you're interested, there's lots more sort of background information for you to have a look at there. So your task for today is to produce, a page which shows the symbols. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Camera should be coming back on now. Sorry about that. There is a page which shows symbols, a page which shows that you understand the symbols and maybe tells a little story. So those are the sorts of sheets we're using at school. These are the ones that are on the website. There's another one there. And there's another one here. So what I'd like you to do is have a look at those symbols. You could pause the video also, have a look at the symbols on there. See if you can find some on Google, Google Australian Aboriginal symbols, and make a beautiful page which sort of tells a story, okay, using those symbols. And hopefully, if you've done it by 4 o'clock this afternoon, you can show us some of those when we have the class Zoom. Okay, so that's your art task for today. All right, have fun with it, and I'll see you later on the Zoom.